Alright guys, I want to show you how to make up some backup ropes so that we don't have any breaks and you'll have a second knot or rope there to catch the gymnastic ring. So first thing you want to do is you want to measure out the distance that you need from the ceiling or the ceiling truss that wherever you're tied into to where the actual carabiner is going to go to. So you know if you have a height of 5 feet, then your rope's going to need to be actually 10 feet, because remember it's 5 feet this way and 5 feet back. It's going to be one big loop. Okay, we're going to tie a double fisherman's knot. I've already got a small version of it here. This is what it's going to end up looking like, and this is a small double fisherman's knot. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. So let's say this end is up and around the truss on the ceiling, and then now you got this loose end hanging. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you want to cut, make sure you got some nice sharp scissors, and cut it, already cut it, and then it's better to go ahead and fringe it, or singe it rather with a lighter, so that it doesn't fray on you. It's not a nightmare to work with. Alright, and this side's already done. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Now we got to make this and tie these two together so it's one solid loop. Alright, so here's what you want to do. You've got your 5 feet, 5 feet, so it's 10 feet of rope to cover 5 foot distance, but at the bottom of it you want to give yourself an extra 18 inches on this end and an extra 18 inches on this end to give you enough slack to tie the knot. Okay? Now here's what it's going to look like. So I'm going to hold my right hand where the middle of the knot would be, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a loop, and I'm going to loop 3 times, and each time I'm going to get closer to my finger. So I'm going to start working away. I'm going to make a loop on this side. One loop. I'm going to work my way towards my finger. 2 loops. Work my way towards it, and then make a 3rd loop. Now you've got 1, 2, 3 right there, and I'm going to take this end and I'm going to tuck it inside here. Push it on through. Give it enough slack to push on through, just like that. Okay, so basically it's just tied around this red rope. So it's still a loose knot right now. It's not tight yet, but I'm gonna do the same thing with the red knot. Now it's important that whenever you loop it, you go towards the center. If you loop it away, it's gonna mess up the knot. It won't be tight. We don't need none of that. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna make sure I got enough slack. If you don't have enough slack, you'll be starting over. You're going to be right here, you're like, dang, I ain't got enough. So go ahead and start out. Plenty of slack. And we're going to go 1. If you want to use your finger to wrap around, you can do that. 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. Okay. Now you got this loose end. You're going to put it in the hole where my finger is. Tuck it in like that. And then pull it tight. Okay, so it's still a loose knot, but what happens is when you put these 2 ends together, and the more weight you put on it, then the tighter it cinches on itself. Just like that. Now I've done this in the past where I've had this piece here was really long. I've cut it, or I've just went ahead and just did a simple knot, just tied a simple square knot around it to take up the slack, so it's not just dangling. But that's it. That's a double fisherman's knot. And see you guys later.